Yo guys, Bizzy here. Thanks for tapping into another video. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me lately. So I dug deep into CS again to show you guys some things you may not have realized are in the maps that we play every day. Assuming we all just jump into the server to win our matches and don't really look at every detail in some of our favorite maps, I think there are going to be some Easter eggs that will surprise you guys. But on the other hand, there are some Easter eggs that are fairly well known and I'm sure you're aware of, but let's give them all a gander. Shall we? Overpass is the first map I'm going to start off with on this list, as I think it has some of the coolest Easter eggs to offer in Counter-Strike. Let's look at this one to begin things, as I'm sure very few of you watching have ever noticed this. If you head over to Monster, go through the pipe that takes you to Short. When you get in the pipe near the entrance, you'll see a bit of graffiti. Now to see what I'm about to show you, you're going to need to crank your brightness up, but when you do, you'll see a tag that reads Frisk, which is a nod to one of the geniuses behind the remake of CS2's Overpass, Lydia Frisk Zanotti. If you look behind the security door at the bottom of bank, give the safety deposit box as a gander. You notice anything? The only deposit box door that is open is 69. Yeah, that's right. There are also a few spots on this map where you'll find a couple unique calendars. If you look closely at these calendars, you'll notice the chicken from one of the Operation Riptide trailers from 2021.
Film, it's festive plumage, it's regal bearing.
If you look even closer, you'll notice the calendar is showing the month of January and the 21st day is circled. Well, this is just another reference to Frisk, as her birthday is the 21st of January. Another one of the creators of Overpass goes by the name of Magnard Jensen, and you can find his name on the bomb site crates on Vertigo, as well as the street signs on Inferno, alongside other map creators for Counter-Strike. This next one is probably known by most of us. There is a song playing here at T-Box, but do you know what the song actually is? Valve followed a similar pattern as they typically do and took the song The Part Where He Kills You from Portal 2. Pretty cool addition from Valve as far as I'm concerned, as we know that they like to do Easter eggs in their games from their other titles as well. If you know me really well, you'll know that I'm a big fan of street art and graffiti, as I took a graffiti class in high school around 7 times, I want to say. So this next one to me is one of my favorites personally. You can see this throw up right in front of T-Spawn that reads 1 Up. This is a nod to one of the most famous graffiti crews in the whole world that is based out of Berlin, Germany, the same location that Overpass is based on. Another fun fact, 1 Up has over 300 criminal charges filed against them, but somehow they've managed to maintain being anonymous, so no charges have stuck on the individuals in the group. Let's just hope that the police side don't catch any of them one day. That would suck. Now, the Olivmeister spray on B site is another incredibly well-known piece of homage on the map from one of the craziest clutches in Counter-Strike history, as well as the Fnatic boost sign on A site, which is a reference to when Olivmeister did this.
Sweet door as well. He's here. He sees them down there. Straight headshot. They have no idea. Smith's looking confused and dazed, and it's going to be a follow-up headshot on Olivmeister. You gotta be kidding me. Takes down Hiroshima as well.
Let's talk Dust 2. Dust 2 has some incredible history. I'm sure many of us know a couple of the little things about Dust 2, but there's still some really neat pieces of detail on this map that are easy to miss. One being like how the Roman numerals in the CS2 version of the Dust 2 logo are actually resembling double doors. I felt like a complete idiot when I found this out, because I had never even really paid attention to that, to be honest. But everybody and their mothers know about the goose graffiti that has been in every version of Dust 2. This is of course a reference to Min Lee, also known as Gooseman, who is the co-creator of Counter-Strike. But do you know what this Arabic word translates to in English? Goose. It says goose. If you didn't know, now you know. Speaking of Arabic text, these trash cans under T-Spawn heading over to Upper Tons has some more Arabic text on it. This text translates to Casablanca in English, which is the name of Casablanca, a city in Morocco, of course. As I mentioned earlier, Min Lee is one of the co-creators of Counter-Strike, and the other co-creator, Jess Cliff, has said that Dust 2 is based in Morocco, while prior to late 2017, it was based in Iraq. Now, Mirage is just going to have a little bit of coverage in this video compared to the other maps. There isn't really a whole lot of Easter eggs that I could find, but feel free to let me know if I missed something in the comments below. If you go to Van on B site and no clip outside of the playable area, you can see a car with America on the license plate. You might be thinking to yourself, that's weird, and it certainly is due to this being another map based in Morocco. The reason behind this is the car was also reused from Left 4 Dead 2. Staying at the van area on B site, you'll notice this graffiti on the wall. Yeah, alright, I'll just play the clip.
But with much more utility to work with. Here he comes once again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold! What is going on right now? How does he do this?
Yeah, Cold's arrow popped off. Rightfully deserved graffiti. The last point to make about Mirage is something you guys probably all knew, but didn't really realize. Mirage is the only map out of the entire map pool to ever be featured in every single major in Counter-Strike since its official release in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, we all know Office. It's a bit of a community nightmare in terms of playing for whatever reason that is.
Oh, Bizzy.
But it also has a lot of very cool Easter eggs and features. We know about the Alpine Sweat soda cans, vending machines. But what about how you can safely and carefully remove all of the components from the PCs? Alright, let's be real. Everybody knows this too. But have you noticed some of the funny little posters and this whiteboard that are scattered around the map? It's just the little things, but they're pretty cool touch if you ask me. And what about the radio on the desk in T-Spawn? This radio is actually based off of a real-life kid's toy radio called the HL922 SCA. Check this video out.
Latest novel misses everything.
Yes.
Agency is a highly regarded hostage community map, which I bet you didn't know was the most featured community map across 4 operations: Operation Bravo, Phoenix, Bloodhound, and Hydra, whereas Seaside was only seen in 3 operations: Operation Payback, Bravo, and Phoenix. Sticking more toward the in-map Easter eggs, find your way to the main hall with the electronic billboards. You'll see that it cycles through a bunch of silly billboard ads, but the one that stands out the most is this AI ad, which is a nod to Magnar Jensen, who, if you remember from the beginning of this video, was one of the creators of Overpass. At the top left of the ad, you can see the text that reads, "Marketing analytics generated by neural algorithms for relevance." If you take the first letter of all of the capitalized words, this of course spells Magnar. I found this to be very, very interesting. If you look behind the CT spawn, you can notice a bridge in the distance. This bridge closely resembles the Golden Gate Bridge, which could mean that Agency is set to be based in San Francisco, California. Another cool thing about the surroundings of this map, you can notice a couple buildings with signs on them. It would be safe to assume that these are office buildings for fictional companies. However, if you travel to the street on the opposite side of the main building, there's a little Easter egg which is dedicated to the players. This looks like maybe an untextured or unfinished parking garage, but it's named No Clip Club. Get it? Because, like, you can't ever see it unless, like, you no clip over there. These are some of the many Easter eggs in Counter-Strike 2. Let me know your favorite Easter eggs from this video, or Easter eggs I may have missed in the comments down below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I've been having a lot of fun making these types of videos lately. So we're going to try to stick to this and also make my normal videos as well. That's it for today, though. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.